My name is Vernon Ray. I'm a photographer, videographer, an educator, and a motivator. And how I lead with my heart, I lead with my integrity, and I lead with just the passion of wanting to see better in our community and just in our people altogether. My story is, I wanted to figure out a way I wanted to creatively express myself different than I was used to. I'm an artist by nature. When I say artist by nature, I'm talking about I'm a painter, I draw, I sketch. I just love to capture life and just capture people. Um, when I came into photography, that really grabbed my heart in a way that nothing else could. And I looked at it almost like magic. When I think back on how things are done and how it's captured, how you actually capture a moment in time that you can never get back, I thought it was so interesting. So I fell into a space of just capturing family and friends and people just enjoying themselves. It opened up so many doors for me to find myself working for different corporations, working inside the clubs, and just being able to start a business that I never knew could take me to so many heights. So one of my earliest memories of seeing a leader in action, I gotta give it to my dad. When I was in elementary school, he used to come up to the school all the time with his homies. And it wasn't just to hang out, it wasn't just to check on us, but the name of the school I went to was called Blaine Elementary School in North Philadelphia. And when him and his friends would come up to the school, they created this thing called Men of Blaine. And as Men of Blaine, they were acting as fathers to so many children in the neighborhood. And for me being a little kid, seeing my dad come up there, I was like, that's my dad. That's my dad. Like, I was happy about that because him as that person that spearheaded that initiative, it was just something that I just felt super proud about, and I wanted to emulate that feeling, that thing, that grab of the community's eyes, ears, and inspiration, just like he did. So when I talk about leadership and how it was so present in my life, I think back on that moment when he stepped into my school and played as a father figure to so many young men and women. Love shows up in my work in so many different ways. I just feel like love is such a balance to everything else that's the opposite of it. And it's just needed. And the way that it shows up in my work is through my dedication and consistency. People respect those that show up, what I'm saying? Not those that just talk about it, look the part, but we talking about real people that actually show up. Love is that. Love is such an action word. It's such a true balance of nature altogether. And that's just how it is for me. I have a campaign that I run and created. It's called Shoot Cameras, Not Guns. And it focuses on people that are directly impacted by gun violence in our city, even outside of our city. But we talking about directly impacted by gun violence in a way where we get down into it and allow the space for them to feel safe enough to speak about those experiences. And it's very, very uncomfortable to get in a space of vulnerability and say how you really, truly felt when you were scared or hurt or anything. So I decided to bring some props. Now you gotta put it in there. But I decided to bring some props which could potentially make somebody feel away, feel unsafe, feel afraid, and it was a prop gun, and it was also my camera, and that alone, just to see a gun out in the open, it can take you somewhere else. So that's what I meant by triggering. Like the work, we just literally deal with the reality of what's real and what's actually happening. And that's not always easy to do. In this work, to have someone that's intimately entangled or supportive or just having someone all together, because when we talk about intimacy, it could be a lot of different things. But to have someone that actually cares about me and the goals that I have, yes, I have several people that show up for me in my life like that, from family members to friends. And I'm so thankful for that, because that's it's such a privilege, because there's so many people out here that don't have that type of support. And I just feel really, really wealthy when it comes to that, because this mission isn't something that can be accomplished alone. And to have other people believe in it like they do and support me in the ways that they do, you know, I'm very blessed to have that. So I try to share that same type of love with individuals that have those ambitions to do this type of work. Love is not only important now, but it's going to always be important, because again, like I said earlier on, it's the balance to the negativity. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you have to make love important in your life and also in everything that you do, because a good friend of mine, and I heard someone else say it earlier today, something similar to it, but a good friend of mine told me that happiness is an inside job. It's a choice. And just like love, it's an inside job. You gotta choose to spread love, choose to even receive love. Sometimes that's hard to do, but it's important. So make sure that you show a little love as much as you can. Well, I would love people to know that I just started a fatherhood initiative program called FADE, Fathers Actively Dedicated Every Day. And we plan on just continuing the journey of spreading love, you know, showing support, and being active in the community, and allowing brothers to feel like they have someone. So that's what I really would like people to know. And I love my job.